right. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Good morning to you. And let's get cracking this Monday morning. Beautiful, cold, not very cold, 11th day of November. We're already in the Yuletide. This morning I was feeling like the Hamatan is beginning to find its way in. It's creeping. Let's get ready. But no pressure at all. We understand what the economy of the country is like at the moment, so no pressure whatsoever. Anyways, talking about the economy of the country. On the show today, we would be discussing with the NLC chairman, Rivers State Chapter, Mr. Alex Agwanwor. And what are we looking at? If you had followed the news, there's an ultimatum already given to state governors with regards to implementation of the new minimum wage, conversations around local government workers' salary, and even, most importantly, these plans to stop allocations following the judgment from the courts, High Court in Abuja. Now, all of these would form the discussion for this morning. First, why is there an ultimatum? Second, in Rivers State, the government had said, well, this is what we approve, and committees have been set to look into actualization of that particular goal. How far have they gone with their work? We'll find out. Local government workers also being carried along in this new minimum wage 85,000 naira implementation. We find out from my guest as well. And what is Labour doing with regards to local governments where some workers have not been paid even their arrears? We'll find out which of these local governments are in that situation. Quickly, let's go over to Mr. Alex Agwanwor, the NLC chairman in Rivers State. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew Femi. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fantastically well. I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Thank God. I think I should be the first to say Merry Christmas in advance. Compliments of the season. Okay. Quickly, now that the season is what it is, when I say what it is, I am referring to the Christmas season. We saw Labour talk about an ultimatum, December 1, for new minimum wage. We know that in Rivers State, the last time we spoke, a committee was set up after the government had approved 85,000 naira as minimum wage. How far has that work gone?
Well, the committee had been set up, and the committee had been working behind the scene to make sure we meet the target. And that's work in progress.
What exactly has been done? What level of work has been done? What meetings have been held? Who and who has been spoken to? What are they doing? What is the adjustment like? I mean, can you give us some more details?
What job has been done is what the committee is doing. And who have been spoken to is the committee that has been talking. We're meeting at that level. So at the end of the day, whatever will be the agreement, the public will know.
All right. Let me put it this way. Can you clarify for us what the situation is with local government workers as regards to this 85,000 naira minimum wage? Has there been negotiations between the Labour and the local governments on this? And are local government workers getting 85,000 naira minimum wage as well? And
I think...
Go on, please.
Go ahead.
Is it going to also cover the arrears, which is, I think that was August, September, when the agreement was first entered into with the federal government with regards to the minimum wage?
Okay, I think all of these factors are put into the discussion. Issue of local government is there. Implementation at local government level is there. So these are the issues we are factoring in the discussion. And what arrears are also part of the discussion we're going to have. So at the end of the day, this will be the outcome of the end of the meeting. We'll have a communique where all these issues are outlined, what we've agreed on, regards to all of this you have mentioned.
It's going to be a month pretty soon since the 85,000 naira was announced by the government, and this agreement this committee came on board. And I think the promise was that by November, workers should begin to get 85,000 naira. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the agreement, right? That was the announcement made, November ending.
Exactly.
So, with the pace of work and the ultimatum that Labour has put out, do you think that as it stands, Rivers State would be able to meet target, and by November ending, workers will be paid 85,000 naira both at the local and state government level?
By the grace of God, we are trying to achieve that. But what we're not ascertain to you is that at all levels, everybody will get it. When we finish at the state level, then we'll have to, implementation will not begin at the local government level. So it will not start at the same time.
Why are they both not going simultaneously?
Hopefully are working. Hello?
So why is the negotiation not going simultaneously for both state and local government at once?
The operations of the local governments are different with the state government. You're aware of that. So that's the Italian that tier of governance. So
no, it's not for me.
So
I would appreciate if you can explain for the listener and Rivers people to understand, because I'm sure there are many people that are hearing you now and then they are saying, look at this is what we're saying. So it would be best if you can make them understand.
Is in the state government. You understand? So which at the end of the day, what we are doing will be translated to the local government areas. So that has been the practice.
We have certain reports that we've gathered that workers in some of the councils in the state are being owed salaries. Arrears have not been paid under this new local government chairman. Some people have mentioned Emoha local government, amongst many others that have been listed. Is Labour aware of any of these information with regards to workers' salary either being paid delayed or arrears not being paid?
Well, such information have not come to our table. We have not been informed about that. We're not aware of that. What I know is that at the local government level, the minimum wage have been implemented, arrears have been paid. So if there are any local government or any worker that has issue, I think that such issue should be reported officially to the council.
All right.
We'll take it up with the particular local government involved.
All right. Let me take a few messages so you get a clearer picture of what I'm saying. Recently, people were praising the Chie Council chairman for paying the arrears. I mean, Noge at that level in a Chie were so excited. We heard the Noge chair lady talking, with excitement and how workers are happy because 3 months arrears were paid all at once, along with their salaries. And it was done timely too. This message does not suggest same for Emoha. This is from Godwin Agwanwor on Facebook. He says, concerning this matter, some local government workers have received in some local governments, like the rest of Emoha, have not received yet till today. And this month is when the new minimum wage is going to be effected, but all to no avail. Even salary or minimum wage, some council workers have not seen yet. I'm pretty sure if we open the phone lines, we're going to hear more people, which we are going to do, and hear more people perhaps from other local governments across the state where similar problem might be happening. But one that I've really heard most about is Emoha local government area. And that's why I'm asking you that question, if the NLCs are aware.
Okay, honestly, I'm not aware. Like I said earlier, the operations of local government are very different. Don't forget, the NLC State Council is a central body that oversees activities of all the affiliate unions, which local government workers are under the NOGE, Nigerian Local Government Employees. And we have not gotten any report from NOGE regards to any local government implementing this minimum wage. So if we have an official report on that, then we can begin to take it at the State Council with that particular local government. But for now, we have no such report before us. As a such person, they should take the matter to the if it is the entire Emoha council workers or some persons or individuals, I think it's very important that they should let the union there, the NOGE, to know about it. And if NOGE is not doing about it or is not able to resolve the matter, then they can take it to the State Council. Then we can press home their demand to make sure that they get their salary and arrears.
All right. Quickly, let me remind those who are listening, you can watch us live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. I'll take that again. On Facebook, we are live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can watch and listen to us at the same time. Now, don't forget that you can also use the WhatsApp number 0809-030-6416. And what I want to find out from you, what we're looking at hearing from you is, as a local government worker, have you been paid your salary and salary arrears? And your salary, is it coming in time? What is the situation for the month just passed, which was last month, October? Now, the reason, of course, is very clear. We saw the court judgment that came up with regards to stopping of allocation for the state. And we heard the governor said it shouldn't be a problem, that everybody will get paid, get their salaries, get everything done, regardless of what the judgment is saying about allocation. Quickly, I'd like my guests to confirm for us. So workers were paid their salaries for last month effectively, and you're confident that this month workers would also get paid?
Is that the question?
I am asking you for last month.
Sure. Everybody got their salary, and this month we are very shocked. Because His Excellency has given his word that whatever happens, the workers must get their salary. So and that he did not feel last month, and this month will continue to happen.
But are you concerned as NLC? We know that the national leadership was in the state in the course of the week. I think that was Wednesday or Thursday last week, if I'm not mistaken. And what's the position on this situation following the court judgment, and how are you following this up?
When that judgment came, we came out and we condemned it. And I think the National Secretariat coming to Port Harcourt also affirmed our position by saying that they will also sit back and watch, that allocation will be seized and workers in the state will suffer. That whatever be the consequence, that they're going to stand with us and be solidarity with us. So I think that is our position on the matter.
We heard that the former NLC chairperson in the state, PGC Tubo, and also Labour Party governorship candidate in the last election say that this discussion around withholding of allocation and increase in fuel price, she says, goes beyond just the NLC, but also requires Nigerians to rise up and lend their voice. With this allocation, some people are of the idea that are you concerned that Nigerians might look at this and say it is a problem of NLC, let NLC deal with their problem? Because, of course, many Nigerians have also felt that the NLC had only been very much concerned about itself and workers and not the entirety of Nigerians with its protests and demands.
The problem of allocation is not a problem of NLC. It's not an NLC problem alone. Don't forget that allocation, our own benefit from allocation is salaries. But we get paid by the government, both at the state and local government level. So if allocations are not given, it will affect our members at the various levels, both state and local government. That's our concern. But don't also forget that even say allocation is where also the state and local government also do business, also run the affairs of governance within the state and the local government level. So at that point, workers are not actually involved. It is the masses, it is the people. So in extension, it's not just about workers, it's about the entire people of River State. So anybody that's supporting that, I guess the person is not really getting the information right, because there's virtually nobody in River State, either as a worker or as a business person, that it will not be impacted if that happens. So I think it should be a concern of everybody within the state, not just the workers.
All right. When we come back after this very short commercial, several questions that we'll be asking you. Some messages already, more coming in on Facebook. Some people talking about Auda West. We'll see what they are saying. If you are listening, what's the situation with regards to salary and arrears for local government workers in your council? Get that information across to us on Facebook. We are live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On WhatsApp, the number is 0809-030-6416. Share those thoughts with us. After the break, we'll continue. Stay with us. right, still the morning crossfire this morning. I'm still speaking with Alex Agwanwor, the NLC chairman in Rivers State, and we asked you before the break. Keep your comments coming in. Let us know what you think about local government workers in your council. Are they getting paid? You see the way the workers in the chair are excited. Is that the situation in your council? I think that's a simple way to put it. Mr. Agwanwor, thank you for staying on the line for us. Yes, Mr. Agwanwor, thank you for staying on the line for us. All right, let's quickly get on to some of the messages on Facebook. A lot of people already are responding. So nicely, Ogolo says, Omoma Local Government Council, some workers are not paid their due salaries for 2 months now. A Blessing DK says, or just for now, for 1 month only. Blessing DK, we don't understand what you're saying. Please try and send the message again and be very precise and clear. If it's in your council, there are people that are being owed for a month or two. If their arrears have not been paid, state the council, state what the situation is. If it is some workers that have gotten their salaries, state the situation. Also, let us know exactly what it is, please. DK says, please, I want to know if this new minimum wage starting this November will affect local government workers. Would you want to respond to that immediately?
I think I've responded to that already.
Okay, yes. It says, he said they are not the same. So local government may not, if I'm interpreting your statement correctly, local government may not get the new implementation by the end of November, correct?
They may not.
Is December possible for them?
I don't know, Tio. I don't know. It all depends on the council. The ones who finish, everything will be transmitted to local government also for implementation. So it depends on the Canada. We're talking here. You see people mention about some councils have not implemented in terms of the old minimum wage, arrears and salaries. So these are challenges we have in local government administration. So I think those issues will take it one after the other.
All right. Thank God Ability says the chair, local government chairman is doing the needful. Blessing DK says, okay, I think we had that before. Iyobu Kelvin says, for now, former labor leader Bitch Tutubo should not infiltrate into issues on labor for now. More messages. This person says, just trying to get that up. While we take more of your messages on WhatsApp and Facebook, remember that you can call us up on 0817 923 0007. Again, 0817 923 0007. Good day, sir. I wish to notify you that primary healthcare workers in Echie were not paid the 4 months promotion arrears and are being owed 9 months promotion arrears. Kenneth from Echie. My guest that says you can inform the NOGE in your council, but for the NLC, which is like would say the center in the state, is this an information that has come over across to you? Because for 9 months, it would mean that complaints are supposed to have been made at some level, one level or the other.
You know one thing, if the local government leadership at NOGE did not even complain to the NOGE state secretariat, even the NOGE state will not even be aware, talk of and handling the matter or bringing the matter to us. So sometimes there is leadership at the lower level that's responsible with most of these challenges.
So you're saying, in other words, even though sometimes workers will make these complaints to NOGE, the NOGE leadership at those councils may not bring the matter up to labor.
Sometimes, if they don't, there is no the NOGE at the center. And NOGE state secretariat will be aware. You have to push on the matter. So those issues, the workers also channel their issues at the appropriate places.
Good morning. Opobo Nkoro is yet to pay their staff the arrears. Governor instructed chairman to pay. Other councils have paid, like our neighbors, Andoni, but we receive salary as at when due. Okay, you receive salary as at when due, but your arrears have not been paid by the council chairman in Opobo Nkoro. some of you, if you don't want us to include your name because you have worries, you can also keep the name out and just tell us what it is. In MOR, reports indicate that senior council officials allegedly inflated staff numbers by replacing original employees with family members. Consequently, some legitimate workers were not receiving their salaries, prompting the chairman to initiate an external audit to identify ghost workers. The audit was completed on Friday, and payments to genuine staff are expected to begin this week. Angel Blessed. Well, this is a problem we have because in those various councils, you don't get this information. And then tomorrow, I'm pretty sure somebody will say the media is the problem. If we try to get across to the various councils, the chairman, and try to talk and know that from time to time this information comes out and you don't give it to the people, how do we know? In this particular case, I don't know how authentic this you're saying is, Angel Blessed, because I would only take this as someone giving his opinion from that area. Would have to hear it from the authority of the council, an executive of the council, to then put, some substantiate what is being said. Salary paid, but arrears are not being paid. This is from Oyigbo. A staff in Oyigbo sent in this message to us on WhatsApp. Dakuku in Echie, good morning.
Good morning, Fernando.
Yeah,
good morning,
go on.
Good morning. This is Dakuku from Apokiche. Let me tell you, I call him Golden Chairman of the local government. Those of them are one for. Or those of them I have paid the last month, and paid the 4 months arrears of workers in a local government. I'm a living witness, and I will comment over it about last week ago or whatever. He have paid everything, all the debt owed by arrears owed by the workers, and he have paid them last week. It's a very good night, Chairman. I want to ask you again the question: what is the problem of this country? Why labor cannot perform as a labor in this country? Whenever things are going wrong, they're always basically on their own, and not even the workers. On their own as the officials, their own interests, not for the workers, talk of the individuals who are not the civil servants. They always, but look at how this country is by fuel and other things. They are talking about money, this and. But they have to make sure that they do short and all the whole things in this country. So that the federal government do know that the labor is important. Let me stop here. Thank you. This is Akuku from Okeche.
All right, let's go to Isaiah in Buguma now. Good morning, Isaiah.
Andrew, good morning. Let me greet the chairman. Good morning, sir. Andrew, for now,
Good morning, Mr. Andrew.
Of course, you are very informed that there is no pressing issues within the local government in the state. There is no protest of a council that is owing huge, or maybe as it used to be in the past. Most of these individual messages that is coming maybe on the opposite side, try to deface and try to put out what is not really there. We are seeing a lot of things politically motivated messages that will fly from left, right, and centers, and we should be wary of all these things. Because as I speak to you, brother, the jack that is coming in, the governor has instructed that under his leadership, he wouldn't want to hear a case of non-payment of salary. As I speak to you, I'm aware that even to the extent empowerment is going on, if empowerment is going on, where they just list people and empower them, how come you cannot pay people that are working? So I think the NSC in this country, I want to commend them for standing firm. Because
all right, Isaiah, thank you. Your point has been made. Let's go to Chima in Rumokuta quickly. Chima, good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. FM Andrew. I greet your guests at the studio from phone call. My own thought is that why would there be a committee in the payment of this new minimum wage? It's not something that would have not followed suit. I think like giving a date, like I don't understand that. If the NSC is really working at its optimum. Now I want to ask the NSC man there, and that's a question to him. The NSC as an organization, is it backed up by law? Are they working with law? As in, like, why are you an NSC? Because I want a situation whereby you will tell a governor of a state not to obey court judgment. That if they obey court judgment passes to happen, that they should go on strike. Is that the right thing to do as an NSC? Thank you very much.
All right. I don't know, Mr. Agwanwor, you want to respond? Two questions. I think the first thing he says, he wants to understand why a committee.
I will respond to him.
All right.
When you talk about court judgment, where is the judgment coming from? all of us are all learned people, even though we did not go to law school. We in our primary learning, we are taught about precedence in judgment in terms of a court. We know the levels of court. A judgment that has been given by a higher court, by a Supreme Court, how can a lower court be given a counter judgment? And you want us to keep quiet? So the young man that just spoke now, so you should go back and think about it.
So he also asked...
We don't want to be political, but on this matter, I'm telling you that the court err. And for us, we cannot stand and watch the court begin to be used against the masses.
All right. He also talked about trying to understand why a committee has to be set up before a minimum wage will be implemented. So
the committee is set up to monitor implementation. You know, as we are talking, some states have come up to say we are paying this, we are paying that, we are starting the implementation, but some states have not made any comments. Some states have not come to say we are paying this amount or we are going to implement. So these are the job of the committee. It's going to be state by state levels. So we can't take a general decision. So if River State have implemented minimum wage and River State is paying, will you take a general action that will affect River State? No. That's why the statement was that let every state council that refuse to implement from 1st of November should commence the industrial action. So they did not say that nationwide action, because for those who are implementing, they don't have problem. But for those who refuse to implement, action should be taken against them.
All right.
That's what the committee is asked to do.
All right. So again, I think perhaps just to repeat what you said so you get it better. After the minimum wage was approved, the state government said 85,000 naira. A committee was then set up to look at how we were going to implement it. So what he wants to understand is what is the job of that committee? Is it not possible that the state government just started paying the 85,000 naira without setting up any committee? Was it necessary to have a committee that will now look at, okay, what is the committee really doing is what he wants to understand? Because for him, I told you this from the beginning, a layman listening would think, if they have approved 85,000, we just expect the state government to start paying 85,000. We don't need any committee or anything now. Do we need them?
No.
So people need to understand this.
Andrew, people should not be misled. You know, sometimes opposition blind our eyes. You see, in every time there's a minimum wage, there's always a committee, a tripartite committee. In the tripartite committee, for the past years, that the government did not recognize it. And that is why the civil servants suffered for 8 years. Because even the minimum wage that was implemented last time did not have any part on the civil servants in River State. Because the committee was disregarded. The constitutional adjustment was not done. But this time, the secretary has come to say, I will do this to make sure everybody benefits. So we must give him that opportunity.
All right.
We must give him that time.
Let's go to Okrika quickly.
If the committee is not set up to look at, because see, the 85,000 we're talking about, River State government is already paying no civil servant in River State under the state government that earns less than 85,000. But the criteria is to be a criteria to see that they can also
would come back to this, Alex.
Some percentage increment for all of them who are above 85,000 naira. So since you're earning above 85,000 naira, the committee will sit down and look at the figures. So you guys are earning 85,000 now already. So what will be in addition to what you're earning? You guys earning 100,000 naira, 150. So what will be in addition to what you're earning by this minimum wage act? That's what the committee is going to do.
All right. Muriel in Okrika, good morning.
Hi, Shemi, good morning.
Good morning, Muriel.
This is your Okrika woman. Listen, Shemi, my interest is the local government workers, the new minimum wage. And vis-a-vis the court judgment, stopping funds from coming. Look, you hear me? Labour, they've already told us that they will take an action. We don't know when, we don't know how yet. But you hear me? This whatever that is coming from the federal government, we just think. I don't know if Labour is waiting for the Supreme Court judgment before they act. But that notwithstanding, the River State people are going to know, are going to act when we see this month. This is a very, very, very sensitive month, in River State. So never to on guard. Everybody should be just. If the money doesn't come, all these monies they're saying, hey, they are paying. This local government has paid. These are not paid. will affect everybody. So for now, I think our attention now should be on that court judgment. If everybody is waiting for the Supreme Court, let's wait. But if they were in the federal government is going to bank on that order that has come, then this money we are talking about, trust me, there's going to be a very big lacuna. Nothing will come in. All this money we are talking about. So I think Labour should be focusing on the judgment. It's either they are focusing on it or they are waiting on the Supreme Court.
All right.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Leighton Barry from Bori, good morning.
Good morning, Ifeami Andrew. Good morning to your guests in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Leighton.
Yeah. Ifeami, for me, I don't think I will doubt the governor in paying this 85,000 naira to both the state workers and the local government workers. But you see, Ifeami, the problem we are going to have, the local government workers are going to have, is NLC and NOGE. If you see from the question you're asking, these people try to shallow their responsibility in terms of that concern when it has to do with the local government being part of the 85,000 naira. You see, there is something I see that is really fishing, because the governor, as I know, can never say he will pay for 85,000 naira and begin to segregate the local government. And there is, if you watch, you will see that right from the day committee, I think a joint negotiation committee on minimum wage was put in place. I think the local government and they know if the government is part and parcel or not, because they know that there is an idea that local government has an autonomy. So they want to use that to try to see that their own will be different from the state government. The problem we are going to have is the local government chairman. There should be one, because December has come. A lot of arrears are pending. Now the minimum wage arrears is also pending. And this is the month that the local government workers are expecting. You see the statement that is coming out from the NLC chairman is not going down well. And they have been using this word to try to shape the mind of the local government workers from maybe acknowledging that they are part of this 85,000 naira, and which the governor really see that the local government workers are going to be part of this 85,000. That they themselves are not sincere. Asking, they are not sincere. The problem we are going to have is the local government chairman, because the arrears have accumulated and they don't want to pay.
Thank you. Judy Nomuma, good morning.
Yeah. Someone said labor is encouraging disobedience to court order. I would say no. We have the international labor law, which says no work, no pay. It implies no pay, no work. If I work and they don't pay me, the international labor law condemns it. Now, let's take back to the past administration. We have disobedience to court order severally. The demonstration primary schools, their case was in the arbitration court. They won, they went to appeal, they won. The past administration, up to date, have never responded or paid them. So if labor says, if you don't pay me, I am not going to work, it's not disobedience to court order. Simple.
All right.
Labor has a rule. They have obligation to workers, and they have to fulfill it.
All right.
It's not disobedience to court order. That's what I want to add here.
All right, Jude. Thank you. This message on WhatsApp says, Akokotori local government, we are not being owed any salary arrears. We are up to date. However, there are pockets of staff who are still owed salary from the past administration. This one says the areas, especially for non-academic staff of Ken Poly Bori, are not being paid. Though these areas range from many years now. Please, state government should look into it. Promotion areas for non-academic staff of Ken Poly in Bori are not being paid at all. Help pass the message across. Thank you so much. So it's a lot. And the question would then come, what are the unions doing? What is NOGE doing? What is the NLC doing about all of this? We also have, don't forget, pensioners who are also involved in all of these matters. Just on the news, we're talking about seafarers, retired seafarers who also have not been paid. And we have Maritime Workers Union also speaking about this. So it then brings up the question is that the councils, what level of pressure is NOGE putting on the workers? Are they really holding the well-being of workers as their top priority at the local government levels across the councils in the state? Hello, Mr. Agwanwor. Yes, over to you. Yes.
Yeah. The labor is the central body. I must state this thing, you must understand. And affiliate unions like NOGE under NLC, like every other union, like my own union is NOPEG, they have obligation to make sure the responsibility to follow up the issues regards to their members are carried out. And if in any case they need the help of the center, they also report to the center, and the center will take immediate action. I'll just give you for an instance. We had an issue in Nupen where some workers were illegally evacuated from an offshore rig. We responded to that issue and we reported to the NLC center. It was part of the communique we signed in Port Harcourt. The national have to also intervene on the matter too, coming to the matter. So if an affiliate union have not reported the matter to the center, then the center is at the car, because we are not spirits, we are not ghosts. Even though we may know the issues, we may not have details of the issues. So if there are any issue at the local level, they should know where to present the issues from the chapter and to the state level.
Let me interject just a bit.
And let me also, sorry, before I come in, let me also correct my impression. We did not say that the 85,000 is not applicable to the local government workers. I never made that comment. Somebody made that comment. I never said that. What I said is that in terms of implementation, like the challenge we're already having in the past minimum wage, if some local government implements, this will be the challenge we will have. Because if the state government is going to pay this month, even some local governments will begin to struggle on how to pay, how to follow up suit. So that's the issue. Because the Excellency have said is 85,000 is for the entire River State workers. It does not specify only civil service, the rest civil servants. So please note that.
All right. Now, let me quickly also add this. So are you saying with all of these complaints that you're hearing from various council workers, Ken Poly, medical workers, and some of the local government councils and the issues, are you saying that there's nothing that the NLC can do to press on NOGE or to even ask questions and understand what is happening? It only has to be until the matter is brought up by NOGE, from the workers to NOGE, and NOGE to the NOGE secretariat in the state, and then perhaps the NLC, before something can be done?
No, now we have this information. I'm like I have this message here now. I think after that, I will call the NOGE chairman, also present these issues to him. So he will now look at the local government councils we are affected and know what the issues are all about. And he will report back to us. Okay. So if it's something he cannot handle at that level, then we'll step in and make sure that those issues are resolved.
And then quickly, in a few seconds, Blessing Dick is asking this message. The new minimum wage implementation, the payment is only going to be for the 1 month of November, so they start, or they're going to also include the arrears from the date the new minimum wage was approved? A few seconds. At the
end of the tripartite committee, everything will be captioned in the communique.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Alex Agwanwor, for joining us on the show this morning.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Hello, Port Harcourt comes up next immediately after the commercial and news at 9. Good morning.
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned.